It happens to all of us. We ask a friend over for a meal, and then we find out that she is one of those people. We have a rough idea of what it entails, but we're curious about so many things. Is it better for your health? Will you mind sitting on my leather sofa? Can we still grab a bite at Taco Bell? In a world of fitness magazines and Planet Fitness ads, many people are interested in learning more about nutrition and the healthiest diets. No matter where you go, you can't avoid the rising vegan trend, so we decided to have some fun and dive deeper into it in this episode of the Infographics World. Vegans versus meat eaters. A vegan is someone who follows a diet that excludes any animal meat, fish, eggs, dairy products, or any other food that originates from animals. They are different from vegetarians, who usually still consume dairy and eggs as part of their diets. Vegans also typically refrain from using any other products that derive from animals, such as honey and leather coats. The number of vegans in the US has increased significantly, from about 1 million people or 0.5% of the population in 2008, to about 2.5% of the population in 2014, according to surveys. In the US, veganism seems to be more popular among women, who make up about 79% of vegans. However, globally, vegans are still a minority compared to meat eaters, with the highest proportion of vegans found in Israel at only around 5% of their population. Vegans avoid any animal products in their diet, which makes them similar to herbivores. Herbivores are animals that only eat plants, such as cows, giraffes, and cute deer. Meat eaters are usually omnivores, which means that they eat both plants and animals. The word omnivore comes from the Latin words omni, meaning all or everything, and vora, meaning to swallow or gulp down. So basically omnivores are willing to eat anything. Most meat eaters don't eat only meat, like a carnivore would do. Unless you're Ron Swanson from Parks and Rec, of course. Some people think that humans are naturally omnivorous, but others believe that humans are healthier when they eat like herbivores. The main reasons why people choose a vegan diet are usually health benefits and ethical issues. We will not discuss the ethics here, but we are interested in the health differences between vegans and meat eaters. Vegans tend to have a lower body weight. A study of almost 40,000, 37,875, adults showed that meat eaters had the highest average body mass index, or BMI. Vegans had the lowest, and vegetarians were in between. Some researchers from Finland have suggested that vegan diets may help with rheumatoid arthritis. Vegans also seem to have lower blood pressure and lower risk of heart disease or stroke than meat eaters and vegetarians. Vegans usually have lower cardiometabolic risk factors for these conditions. However, the problem may not be with meat itself, but with the type of meat. Recent studies have found that red meat and saturated fats are not as bad for heart disease as previously thought, but processed meats are. A study of nearly 1.25 million people, 1,218,380, found that eating processed meats, not just red meat, was linked to higher rates of heart disease. From an evolutionary perspective, eating meat as omnivores may have helped our brains grow bigger and smarter. This is because of the higher protein content in meat. The American Dietetic Association, or ADA, says that plants can provide enough protein and even more, and that being an omnivore only adds more protein options by including animal meat. Protein is obviously important for both bones and muscles. According to a research, women who consumed meat had more muscle mass than those who followed a vegetarian diet, even when they had the same protein intake. There may be some health benefits of adopting a vegan diet, but it also has some common drawbacks. One of these drawbacks is the lack of vitamin B12. The ADA says that no natural plant foods have a considerable amount of this vitamin. Vegans can still obtain it, but they need to take a supplement or eat fortified foods like soy milk and some cereals. The fact that vegans need to supplement their diet to meet their nutritional requirements suggests that veganism is not natural, but that does not mean it is unhealthy. At this stage, you might be curious about which diet leads to longer lifespans. To answer that, we look at Okinawa. The traditional diet of Okinawa is often considered the best for health and longevity, as the Okinawan Islands have the highest number of centenarians in the world. Okinawa is an island chain far away from the coast of Japan, and it has about 740 people who are over 100 years old out of its 1.3 million population. Their diets have been changing lately due to globalization and factors like fast food chains, but the traditional diet of Okinawa consists of mostly plant-based carbohydrates, about 85% of their diet. Even though they are mainly vegans, traditional Okinawans still eat meat on special occasions, usually pork, as well as a little bit of fish every week. This does not show that small amounts of animal products are essential for good health, but it does imply that the optimal human diet can be achieved without being fully vegan. Having said that, many health organizations, including the ADA, state that well-planned vegan diets are healthy and nutritionally sufficient, and may offer health benefits in the prevention and treatment of some diseases. It seems like regardless of your dietary preferences, a healthy lifestyle can be achieved with or without a vegan diet. Would you ever think of becoming a vegan, or are you one already? Why or why not? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and make sure to subscribe so you can keep up with our show.